Oi, oi, real moaners. We're back with a trailer for season 3 of The Rings of Power. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, if you didn't know. I'm a massive, massive Lord of the Rings fan. And I think it is single-handedly the best trilogy of films that has ever been made and ever will be made. So I know not only is this the most expensive Amazon show of all time, and nobody can fault the way it looks. Nobody can fault the way it looks. It stinks of money when you watch it. You can just tell, but almost to the point where it's too obvious that it's more style over substance. I'll be totally honest with you. Season 1 I did not like. There was a couple of moments that like the looks of Moria and things like that were cool. Seeing prosthetic elves again, not elves, orcs, and the factions of that was better than seeing the CG that obviously the Hobbit became, unfortunately. But there were so many liberties taken with the lineage and the story, and Tolkienites lost their collective shit about it. Now, I'll be totally honest with you, as a massive Lord of the Rings fan, I've never actually read them. I've read The Hobbit many times, and it is one of my bad Gary kind of, how can you possibly say you're a fan, own all the merch, watch it at least twice a year, but you've never read it. It's just me being a lazy reader, and I need to read them and I now live in Birmingham, which is the home of Tolkien, so I need to sort that out. There's also a Hobbit festival as well. So yeah, season 1 had a lot of backlash, and it wasn't really. I know one thing that people had a big problem with was a lot of the racial casting changes. That didn't bother me at all. What did bother me was the uneven tone, and that, spoiler warning, just for now, fuck off if you don't want to know this, but you're watching the trailer for season 3 as a reaction, so it's kind of your own fault. We obviously met the Harfoots, which is another Hobbit tribe. That was forest dwellers, led by Lenny Henry. As a Brummie, I shouldn't say it, but fucking hell, he's boring, and he's not funny. I'm sorry, but a legend in his own right, just not for me. And we were obviously introduced to Galadriel, who'd now become Lara Croft for some reason. The guy playing Elrond, who I liked, and I like him even more now because I saw him in the film I Swear. He was phenomenal in that. Robert something. I can't remember his name. So, we were setting the grounds for Celebrimbor, the Rings of Power, and then there's the twist at the end of season 1, which we kind of saw coming. The scruffy guy with a beard, is he going to be the scruffy guy with a beard with a staff? Well, we got that answer at the end of season 2. The Grand Elf, they called me. Gandalf. Well, fuck off, mate. Like, come on. It's not even the third age of Middle Earth. Gandalf was not here. So, yeah. Season 2 was way, way better. Way, way better. It knew much more. It focused more on Celebrimbor and Sauron and the making of the Rings of Power and the setting up of, what was to come and the attack from Mordor to try and reclaim the power. I mean, one of my mates, Joe, he's done a lot of essay work, essay being scenic artist work, background extras, with monster makeup and stuff like that. So he's been on set quite a few times for this series, which is really fucking cool. But obviously we've set it, and it ended with an incredible battle. Season 2 was way better. My favourite actor, Rory Kinnear, popped up as Tom Bombadil, to sort of teach Gandalf the ways of the world as much as I don't. And then we had a Balrog, because as much as they have said that this series is not connected to the Peter Jackson world, the Balrog looks exactly the same. The creature designs are, especially in the first series, the wargs looked slightly different. The orcs looked identical. And from a picture I've seen of season 3 of a Fell Beast, that looks exactly the same as well. So I'm a bit like, are you going to just admit it at this point? So whilst I wasn't a fan of the first series, I surprisingly enjoyed the second. I am excited to see what they do with the third, although I have just read some news that there's no Harfoots in it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'll miss them. The two young girls I thought were fantastic, but I think now he's agreed that he's Gandalf, he doesn't really need them. They were there as kind of a bridge between Frodo and Gandalf to kind of give us that sort of camaraderie, that sort of companionship. But anyway, even here, I can see Sauron's helmet. It's the spikes like the Peter Jackson helmet. So, anyway, let's go.
Now is the mighty hour come.
Jamie Campbell Bower's in this as well. Yeah, don't know who's playing yet.
One ring to rule them all.
Are we getting ring rates?
Stirring Middle-earth.
It sounds the same. So is he going to turn out to be Sauron, Kieran Hines? Not Sauron, Saruman, sorry. Still hungover. I like him. I do like him as Gandalf. I just don't think it fits. Celeborn. Oh, okay. Wow. That looks amazing. That mask is totally like Witch King. Oh, we're getting Oliphants. Mummikill.
The Dark Lord. We have to stop him. The shadow rises to Middle-earth.
I've got to say, this looks good, man. Eagles.
How would you like to rise with it?
Weirdly, you can tell it costs a lot of money, but it tastes more like the Jackson films because it's grounded in the scenery. Okay. So he's forging the One Ring. We're finally getting the One Ring. And I have heard that the Balrog will be part of the creation of the One Ring. And I have seen a picture of a Balrog that is blue. I don't get it. Is a Balrog an air conditioning unit now where you can do heat and cold? Like, no. And the weirdest thing I've heard, the weirdest bit of news that came out of San Diego Comic-Con was that Simon Pegg is going to voice the Balrog. Like, fuck? Like, why? Now, I know they're taking liberties with the source material. And that's fine. I like the guy who's playing Sauron. I think he's very menacing, and I think some of the best stuff of Season 2 not only was the fighting and the action, because it felt like Helm's Deep, but was Sauron and Celebrimbor. Those mind games, the forging of those rings, I thought was some of the best stuff in that series. So now we're seeing him full Sauron mode. He hasn't got the tower yet, by the look of it, because you can see where it's starting to be built by the mountain. And he's going to forge the One Ring like he does in the Jackson trilogy. Now, we don't see him forge the ring. We see him hold it above. So it doesn't really clash with Jackson's trilogy. This is prior to his downfall, which is where he'll have the full suit of armour, which we probably won't get in this, but I think the fact that everything else, even the Felbeast scream sounds the same. Like, it'll have that donkey in there as well. I can't do it, but you know what I mean. Pleasantly surprised by that trailer. I know I'm a bit late with it, but pleasantly surprised by how with every season they seem to have sort of stepped closer to what the fans want, and what the fans appreciate. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to feel false, like creating the relationships and building these characters of the Harfoots and then just leaving them out. Taking things like the Balrog and giving it a personality, I think is weird. Him as Gandalf, how much are we going to step into that? Because I did see a picture of him with a pointy hat, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how much they're gonna put their foot in the mouth, is what I'm saying. But I sure as shit will be watching it, won't I? I'll process. So, I do love. It's so pretty. Isn't it? Sorry, got intros for a second there. Well, I've also got the acorn that Bilbo takes back to Bag End from Beorn's house. And most of you will recognise these anyway. And then I've got like the even star. And then I've got the leaf that goes on the cloaks from Galadriel in Lothlorien. So anyway, sorry, geek over, shutting up right now. But like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you at the next one. Over and out.